fire. Oh, God! Cranky John has entered the chat. I don't know how often you guys see Cranky John, but it's one of those days today where I just got a lot of shit to do. Can't get nothing done. And every damn fan we have here is just the loudest thing on earth. I can't stand a loud fan. That's like my pet peeve in life. And this damn fan right here, I swear to you, by the end of the week, next week, I'll run it over with my truck. Watch this, watch this. Huh?
You gotta be hating on the air conditioning?
Dude.
That's all we got.
The dude right here cannot take a little sweat.
Oh, there's a lot of sweat.
Can't stand when I shut the fans off. I can't stand the fans making a bunch of noise. All right, so we'll give you an update. I finished this, got the aluminum done. My aluminum welding's not the best, but it'll work. O-ring went missing, so I can't put it all back together. I'm gonna switch all this stuff out, all of this tees and everything out to push lock because I just don't need all of that mess. If I have an issue at the track, that's not gonna work, but we're not talking about that right now. We're trying to get the Trans Am all put together to go to the track. I'm putting new belts in it, checking the oil. I'm gonna check and see if it's got diff fluid in there because that is the loudest diff literally on planet Earth. I'm gonna go over here. I didn't talk about this at all, right? You guys know I love my Race Tech seats. I'm gonna do a quick Race Tech plug because more people need to hear this, they need to see it, they need to understand it. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys will not listen until you have an accident, have a wreck, or come and sit in one of these seats. So this right here is a Race Tech 4119 seat. Very, very, very nice seat. Has a bunch of great features. The 4100 seat is very similar to this. This one's like one step above. It's got some more nice features. 4100 seat is in Slick Rick. 4119, as you guys can see here, is in the Colorado. We've got another 4119 on the way. These seats offer head containment, very important. They got very good shoulder bolstering. The hip bolstering on this, look at the amount of padding on there. A bunch of padding, right? Super comfortable. When you sit in this seat, you are sucked back and down into it. You are in there. You don't have any side-to-side movement. You're not coming out of it. If you do get into a wreck, like what Matt had with a very hard side impact, your head is not going to hit the cage. This seat right here is a lifesaver. It is very important. The only thing that you are attached to in the car is the seat. There's no point to be cheap when it comes to the seat. I tell everybody this way, Matt's going through it right now. He was driving one of our cars, had a Kirky seat in there. $140 seat, $180 seat, whatever, right? He got in that same wreck in one of these seats, he'd have like zero, maybe very minimal medical bills, right? Just because, hey, you wouldn't get hurt. This thing right here would have saved from his head impact. It would have saved from him literally laying the seat over and sliding and hitting the cage. So because of this, right, this seat right here, this $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 investment, if you cheap out on this, you could be spending $100,000 in the long run. So save yourself now, get your seat. If you guys are interested in a seat, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. I just sold 2 today off of Instagram. I'm gonna take them to the racetrack and the guys are gonna pick them up. Race Tech doesn't pay me to say anything. Nothing, right? I would like to talk about the things I believe in, and a safe seat is something that I believe in. So we have 12 right here on this pallet. Look at them. We got a bunch. We got different ones. We got tall. We got wide. We got tall and wide. We got 4119. We got head restraint. We got some with no head restraints. We literally got the fries that'll cross your eyes. So shout out to all the guys at Race Tech because they're absolutely awesome to deal with. Brian, Anthony, pretty much everyone that you deal with. It's just a pleasure dealing with them. And my thing is, I don't make any money off of selling these seats, right? We got a bunch to put in a bunch of the cars here. People hit me up, say, hey, they want to buy a seat. We got them, right? I want people to be safe. I want them to be able to go home, go to work the next week, not have to spend any time in the hospital. Wrecks happen. I think part of the thrill of drag racing is the risk, the chance of wrecking. That's what makes it exciting. That's why some people watch it. It's going to happen eventually. If you race enough, you're going to wreck. Be safe. Get your safe seat. Here. Hey, you big ogre. You mind holding this while we unbox? While we unbox a seat or two? Talk to the people. I said Cranky John is here today. Is Cranky David here?
No, Happy David's here.
Oh shit, why is Happy David here?
It's racing day.
Yeah. Alright, so I haven't how long has this box been here?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks it's been sitting here. We got literally 12 of what I consider the most badass seats. Alright. I don't even know if they're on here. I got
It should say what they are. Here, hold on. Before you open them all. Look. Right there, bud.
Yeah, no, but there's 2 seats in this box.
Yeah, they're probably the same thing.
Let's open it up and see.
Oh god.
And look at, first, let's just talk about this. Just coming from Race Tech, look at the packaging. Unreal. Unreal. I need a 4-100 tall and wide and standard are the 2 that I sold today.
Probably look up
The part number?
I'm gonna guess that's wide and tall.
Yeah.
Because that one doesn't have.
Yeah, that's standard. Dude,
Look at
this,
that,
hey,
you're on it.
Hey, he might hold a camera, but that dude's smart. And I sold 2 sets of aluminum brackets, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. Let's open this guy up right here.
Hey, it's tall and wide. It means I get to test it out.
Shout out to Bryce, the LS Nasty bodyguard. You guys see him whenever we go down to Florida or Louisiana. What am I talking about? If we go down to Florida or we go down to Georgia, you guys will see Bryce there. You guys could probably tell which one is the LS Nasty bodyguard. He's the one that when I'm talking shit on Facebook, he's like, keep going, I like it. But he sent me all these box cutters, so shout out. He's got a badass S10, part of the LS Nasty Racing family. You know what? This looks a whole lot smaller than that, now that you say it.
It looks considerably bigger.
Let's see if I can open this without cutting whoever bought the seats.
Oh my gosh.
Seat apart.
Sorry in advance.
The tall and wide 4-100 series.
WTHR.
Yep. That sucker's bad to the bone, dude. Badass. So I sold 2 today. So I sold 1 tall and wide. So I don't want to take them out the plastic.
Yeah, no. Let them have the
Everyone else though, taking the shit out the plastic. So I'm gonna be sitting in them. We gotta take these to track. I need to get 2 seat brackets. They come with seat brackets if you desire. It depends on how you order it. So I got a bunch of different stuff here. So I don't know what box the seat bracket
It does not have the. See, look. All right. Well, first things first. If you're taking that car to the track, we got to get the seat out of it because you can't just get the belts out without taking the seat out.
Stop.
Swear to God.
We're gonna put a Race Tech seat in the new
Everything.
Yeah, everything. But this Trans Am, because of all the reasons I said, they're just safer, they're better, they look better, they feel better, they got head containment. That's the biggest thing for me is the head containment. There ain't much in here, but I don't want it rattling around. And this thing is just god awful ugly.
Okay, they use this lovely 6-point socket.
Oh yeah.
And they're so long that you can't get to it with the seat in there.
Dude, this is some crazy...
It's got, feel underneath, it's got bars. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got some crazy sort of fabrication stuff in there. But this should come out pretty easy.
Well, the back brace, yeah, but...
Yeah, the back brace...
Those bottom ones are a little tough to get to. Oh, it's loose?
Yeah, you like a nice loose seat. Oh, dude, you feel this shit too?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
no,
sticky.
I've already had to wipe my hands off.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
This thing will look real sporty with the Race Tech in it, though.
Oh,
huh?
definitely.
All right, we're gonna put the camera down. We'll get this out. I got some new belts to put in there. I got. How many boxes of these do I have laying around?
I think 6 more.
Just, I don't know why I have so many of these Impact 2-inch wide. I'll tell everybody this. This is my preference. I don't like the 3-inch wide belts. The dig into your neck, 2-inch, gets the job done. A little bit more freedom, you feel a little more comfortable in the car. We just put a set of 2-inch in BJ's cars. You like them? Fits on the Hans way better, huh? Way easier on the Hans too. If you gotta wear a head and neck restraint, don't wear the foam roll. useless. Just, you might as well just break your own neck at that point if you're gonna wear it. God, that's terrible. Get a Hans, get a Simpson hybrid. They all, the seat belt goes, the shoulder belts go over it, hold it secure to you, hold you secure to the seat. The 3-inch wide stuff, really nothing's made for it. So I don't know why the 3-inch is so popular. I guess it's just like
industry standard.
Industry standard. Yeah, everyone uses the 3-inch. I like the 2-inch. There's nothing wrong with the 3-inch if that's what you like. More power to you. My personal preference, 2-inch is way easier to get strapped in, more comfortable. Now, when you get into a wreck, I guess the surface area being larger would probably be like, you won't have the bruises there, but I'll take some bruises. All right, guys, we are out here at the gas station filling up. This is gonna hurt here. Tank's empty. 200, not gonna get me far. Maybe $200 get me like 3/4 of a tank. What we got in the box?
A whole lot of goodness, my boy.
What do you got there?
Ice cream. You gave me them salty chips. I needed something.
Hey, take a bite of that real slow for the camera one time.
No.
Hey, come on. Hey, all right, so I didn't do a good job filming. I got one of the race tech seats that we're selling, taking that to the track for a customer. Got the Trans Am in the box, new seats, harnesses, everything. It got down to crunch time, so I really didn't have time to film, so I apologize about that, but I'm sure you guys won't mind because we're heading to the track for some racing action. Yeah, we're gonna grab some ice, cooler. It's hot out. Track should be going hot here any minute, so we're like 20 minutes away, right down the road. Got some gas for the generator. Let's see, 5:30, track is hot 1 minute ago. 5:31 actually, so we're $50 into this painful experience. What do you think? How much it take to fill her up?
How much you got?
I had 80 miles to empty.
It's gonna be about 260.
260. I put 200 on there. I'm not gonna get it done.
I don't think that's gonna do it.
This is painful, isn't it? Look at David over there just lurking.
Big pork rind dog.
Yeah, you know he loves his Fords, right?
Huh? Big Ford guy.
Big Ford guy.
Oh yeah. Huge Ford guy.
All right, guys, we'll pick it up when we get to the track. We'll get this the crispy chicken unloaded, and we're gonna make some laps. After an hour of messing with this, shout out to Paul Powell, came by. I couldn't get my computer to download V1. This thing hasn't been updated in forever. It's like way outdated tune-up wise. So I know no one's been messing with the tune-up. Seems pretty good. It allows for pretty good compensation. The boost controller is not armed off of a switch, so it comes off TPS. So that's how you know this thing was like a roll. They were roll racing with it, or street racing. I don't know what they're doing, but anything over 50% TPS would activate the boost controller. They had like 36 pounds of dome pressure on this thing, which I would assume would be a lot. Their target boost on launch, not dome pressure, boost was 28 pounds at 4,600 RPM. So I don't know if they were trying to do backflips or what. Seems like a lot. So first pass, shaking it down. We're gonna go with, what are we doing? We're doing 4,200 RPMs with 0 pounds of dome pressure. Drive it down, make sure everything's good, come back, cool it off. Then we'll put some dome pressure to it. I'm just gonna leave it where anything over 50% TPS will activate the boost controller because there's no other way to change it right now. Everything else looking good. We got our badass battery charger holder on there. Would you look at that? Just everything seems to be good now. Got it updated on Holley V2. What do you think, David? Overcoming the bumper. Overcoming adversity right here.
Yes, sir. You know it.
All right, stock front K-member. No idea where the shocks are set, but we're just gonna give her a rip. Didn't even have a tire pressure gauge. Stole one from Paul again, so that works. We're gonna give her a rip and see how it does. First pass is gonna be slow. After that, hopefully we can make it a little bit quicker, and hopefully it's just safe. That's the name of the game today. Just keep it safe so we can take it back and upgrade it. tear one up for you. All right, let's go around with guess times. Guess times on wastegate. What's it gonna run? Not a clue? Okay, what's it gonna run?
Wastegate.
Huh?
Wastegate?
Yeah, what's it gonna run on wastegate?
630.
630? All right, what's it running on wastegate?
615. 635.
6-0. David, what's it running on wastegate?
6-0.
What's it running on wastegate? Oh! 540s, god dang, we got ourselves a hot rod.
Uh-oh, I'm thinking 580.
5 pounds of dome on it and see. It's pretty soft on the lead, 147.6 foot, but it drove really straight. Did it do it? Did it burn? Did it spin both tires in the burnout?
Yeah.
Did it spin both tires in the burnout? It's
Yeah.
got power steering. It like, he was backing me up and he went like that and I turned the wheel. It was like, wham! I was like, what the hell? But yeah, I mean, that's out the box, 6.1. No. So, I mean, it ran pretty good. The transmission shifts so slow. And I don't have a tack, and I went up against some nitrous cars, so I couldn't hear shit. So I clicked the button, I'm like, I guess I'll shift now. I mean, I don't know, what the hell? Like, when do you shift? Just whenever?
Shift with your heart.
Yeah, so I just started grabbing them. But like, you shift into third, and then the car shifts. It's not like you shift into third, and it's not like bang. It's like shift. So a little bit to get used to. You definitely got early shift, but honestly, I ain't driven a car that went as straight as that, like, ever. I mean, I literally didn't even move the wheel once. It just goes straight down the track, like, right down. So we'll see. We'll run again. I'll put a little bit of dome pressure on there. I'll up the lead 200 RPM, and I'll put 4 pounds on the dome. See if we can get to pull wheelie.
Yeah.
Second rip out, see if we can get to pull wheel. Pop the hood right now, put a fan on it. It's like 200 degrees, 204. See if it cranks, the fan running. Dead, I killed it already, the fan running. I said, hey, we gotta grab the battery charger today for good reason, street car life.
What you doing down here, bud?
I have made a critical mistake. It was extremely low in diff fluid, and I bought the diff fluid, but I forgot to put it in. And it wasn't because I ran out of time. I stood around for like an hour and did nothing waiting for the shit to download. I just forgot. So, Jason Harris, who races Pro Mods, told me that you can make like 1.5 passes without diff fluid on a gear. Like, it'll pick up, it'll actually go faster if you don't put diff fluid in there.
So pro tip, drain your diff fluid.
If you got like a big dollar grudge race, you got a big dollar grudge race and you need to get that last 10,
drain your fluid.
it's worth a gear. You know, if you're running for 10 grand,
Oh yeah.
a gear's like what?
A few $100.
200 bucks? $200 sacrifice, you know?
Yeah.
Well worth it. But out here it ain't worth it. So I'm gonna stick some more diff fluid. 590 out the box. The diaphragm in the CO2 bottle regulator is blown out, so that bitch is all frosted over, leaking CO2. Yeah, I mean, it needs some love. It needs to be power washed. We need to put it on the lift, power wash the bottom of it, fix all the leaks, transmission leak, change the oil, rear diff, the pinion sounds like it's still about to fall out. I did add more rear gear oil, so hopefully that we'll probably just have to reset that up. But other than that, the car seems pretty good. It wanted to get a little bit warm when we were driving on the street, but after that pass it was 175. So
That's solid.
I don't know what more you could ask for. The car ran good, drove it back. It drives really good. Does the burnouts pretty good. Pretty good burnouts. The other window quit working, but then it was working again. I made a solo pass that time so I could hear it. The transmission shifts super late though. It's like you're going down track, you're like second gear, and then it's like second gear, and then you're like third gear, and then it's like almost like third gear, and then it shifts it. So it's like whoever's inside the transmission shifting needs to wake up. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. For a solid car, we literally didn't know. What did we do to it? I put new belts in it.
We drove it around.
Yeah, I put new belts in it. So it's very rare that you can buy a car, turn key, and then take it to the track and it runs good. This car and the red Mustang are the only two. So whoever built this, good job. Passes my test. Room for improvement in lots of places, but passes the test. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I'm just gonna give you guys a hypothetical. An LS Nasty driving school where you guys can come, we'll teach you how to drive turbo cars and you could drive this. I mean, it goes 590s. It'll go way faster than that. I mean, that's like baby soft. Just saying.
You know, a 6.0 pass, and that, I mean, that's fast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We can get it to like leave harder and pull wheelies. With the same power in there, if we got to leave harder with like the boost controller working, if you got to go like a 125 60 foot, it'd go like a 560.
All right, turn the trains back up back to 28 PSI.
Yeah, I know, for real. That's probably why. So, all right, well, I think the crispy chicken is here to stay. Looking crispy as hell.
Your foot's got it. It's done more than this before.
Yeah.
You gonna put it on the bumper or what?
We gonna try.
If it can, it
As
will.
JJ says.
Where the black Trans Am, like it had just enough power to do a wheelie, and then it would just kind of
Like, literally go touch the bumper, keep riding it, and then just set it down.
that was perfect.
This you could tell it's got like a shit ton of travel because as soon as you let off on the big end, it's literally like you're snow plowing because like it's just floating the whole way.
You can see nothing, and all of a sudden you see everything.
I'm gonna go up on the RPM too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back up to 46.
There you go.
I mean, what the hell?
I mean,
if we're gonna knock the tires off, let's do it in great fashion.
Like, you leave on more than this most of the time in the other car. Like, this thing can't make what you leave on.
No, God.
Send it. on the bumper. But
Limiter or transmission?
I think the transmission probably didn't shift.
Transmission seemed kind of lazy.
Yeah.
It takes a second. It takes forever to shift.
Yeah,
Well, he might have pulled the shift and it just like let go.
He has no tact. He's going off. He's driving with his heart. He ain't got nothing to look at.
It was hunting pretty hard though.
Yeah, it was.
David's talking shit off camera. There are lots going on in today's video. You guys saw Ben. Everyone I see in the comment section, everyone's like, where's Ben? Ben is not dead. He's alive. He's working. He's building resto mods for our buddy Daniel. They're doing like LS swaps and everything like that. Obviously, we're still buddies with Ben and hangs out. And he was here turning on my data log and looking at all this stuff. So like,
there's Ben.
there's the years worth of where's Ben. There's Ben. Ben's been working. Ben works storms. Ben is fully involved with everything that we do. There's a million things going on. There's a million different businesses. So we're all over the place. Where were you today? Where were you today?
All over the place.
What'd you do today? Moving what?
Worked at the shop. Went and moved some stuff in the tent shop.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Moved some light towers yesterday. Like, you never know. So anyways, back to this. Turned it up on the lead. Didn't check tire pressure or anything, so rattled the tires. We went from leaving on 7 pounds to leaving on 12 pounds. So the pin, the way the boost controller and the solenoids are working is not good. They're all over the place, which is not good. So once we iron that out, we'll have a little bit more control because it's kind of like out of control. But obviously it's working enough to where we can increase boost. I was trying to get to wheelie there. I turned it up 200 RPMs on launch, and I went from like 0 to 10 pounds of dome pressure, which is a huge jump. Just throwing it out there, see if it sticks. It almost stuck. If it did stick, how much rowdier did it sound on the chip?
Oh, that sounded way rowdier.
Yeah, it was way rowdier. Tiny motor, 388 cubic inches. So maybe a little bit less RPM and more boost like we normally do. And then really, like even like that, wouldn't be bad if we do some timing control with power management. So I think we'll probably stick to that, but we need to get the tune-up dialed in first. So it hit boost cut, which is why it popped and I just let out of it. The boost cut was in there. I don't really run boost cut on anything, but this thing has some fuel issues. So it's got what I feel like is a good enough fuel system to run it, but the base pressure is real low, making the injector smaller. So we crank up the base pressure, we'll have more injector essentially. It's kind of like cheating it a little bit. When you do that, you make the pumps work a whole lot harder. So, but I feel like we have enough pump where we can do that. So that's kind of the game plan. The car runs and drives. It's a solid car. I think we're out of CO2 at this point. So we got just like a laundry list of things just to fix and work on in this thing, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm super excited. I love this thing. The crispy chicken's back. The F-body, the torque arm stuff. It's a lot of fun. This car drives great. So you guys are gonna see a lot of different people drive it, and I think that's gonna be cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Solid video. A lot of stuff going on in today's video. Started off at the shop, filling up fuel. We're here, kind of more of like a daily vlog, which is what I do. So I'm glad you guys could come along for the ride. Don't forget to go to lsnasty.com to get all your merchandise. We got some Race Tech seats in stock. If you guys want some Race Tech seats, hit me up for that. And we'll catch you in tomorrow's upload.